Alright, so defending the armbar. Josh sets up a proper armbar here. It doesn't matter what arm. Maybe I left myself open. Either way, he's here. Boom. One thing I like to, obviously once I'm in this position, I mean, it's not necessarily to my favor, generally speaking. I do not want to allow this scenario to occur if I can help it. So just in terms of talking about prevention, if Josh lets go of this leg here, I always like to kind of pre-frame with the best defense being not letting it happen. The best defense being A, staying out of people's close guards. But B, if I notice Josh trying to take one of my arms and cutting off to an angle to throw that leg over my head, I make sure my elbow stays down. So if my elbow's here, Josh can throw that leg right over my head. Boom, I'm going to be in Tapsville. If this elbow stays stuck to his hip, now as he cuts his angle, he's not going to be able to do it. I can keep him square back up with him, where arm bars are now basically impossible by keeping my elbow square, anchoring that into his hip. Without setting myself off balance, just keeping it there. Preventative measures are the best measures when it comes to defending, especially submissions. So Josh is here again, he cuts to his ankle. Let's say he does get the leg over the head. Boom. As he gets the leg over the head, my preference is going to be, if I'm here, my preference is going to be to either grab my own bicep, but one that I like a lot is reaching underneath my opponent's neck or underneath my opponent's head. So if they have a gi, I can come here. Generally, in no gi, I'm going to want to crunch in and get underneath the neck. With the gi, generally, I'll pull across. I'm here. Now, once I'm in this position, my knee is going to prop underneath my opponent's hip so that I can now work from here and yank my right arm out. It might involve a little bit of that sawing kind of motion to really get it out, but I've got to make sure that that elbow passes the point of his hip. So Josh sets me up in an arm bar, bam, I reach across, drive in. Immediately crumpling his knees into his face, stacking under his hip so he can no longer extend me away, at which point I'll drive into him, rip, rip, rip. When this arm comes through, now I'm going to use my head, and I'm going to keep my head tight to his leg, and I'm going to bring my head to the other side of his body as my hips go to the other side as well. So it's going to look like this. Circle, 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 circle. Top position. And take a good side control. Make sure the students always settle into a very, very, very good side control when you get to this position. One more time. Boom. Here. Across. If I need to grab my own bicep, great. I just want to make sure this space is closed. I'm blocked underneath the hip. Rip, rip. This comes through. Pivot myself off to the opposite side and settle in tight for a good snug side control position.